Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be taking a look at the physical Android 16 and 18 card, the side banner unit from the Cell banner. I said in the Vegeta video, I saw a lot of people saying that both these side banner units were really bad when the details for them came out, so I wanted to try them out and see how they would be looking. I've got them at 55% for this video. I did pull one extra copy, but I haven't activated any of the bottom right yet, so they just are at 55%. They've got a level 5 defense orb and then a level 4 crit orb. So this unit is an Android's category lead, 3 key, 130 across the board. Their super attack effect is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does supreme damage to the enemy. So very, very good super attack effect. And then their passive is attack 160 and defense 180. There is a lot of 16s and 18s in their passive, as well as 34, which is obviously 16 and 18 together. So Dokkan loves to do this with card themes, but they raise attack and defense by up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. So that's obviously, you know, they're going to be at their best when you're at full health. They have a medium chance of attacks being effective against all types when there is a superclass ally attacking in the same turn. Medium chance of guarding all attacks when there is an extreme class ally attacking in the same turn. So I kind of like this because they've made it so that you can use them on a mix of teams. Because obviously whilst they are an extreme unit, this is kind of supposed to be, I guess, them like fighting back against Cell after he absorbs 17. So they are bad guys, but also they're fighting a bad guy. So it's an interesting sort of mix, and I kind of like the design of that, even though it's wonky because you're never going to get, like, there's going to be really weird situations in terms of team building where you can actually get everything active, because you have to have a super class ally and an extreme class ally in the same turn. Now, I do think the guarding is more useful, because they're probably going to be most useful on the Android team, which is mostly extreme. And then they also have all allies attack 34% and defense 16% when there is a superclass enemy, and attack 18% and defense 34% when there is an extreme class enemy. So they can still be a very good attack support for fighting against superclass enemies, which is the majority of the game, I guess, on global for the difficult content. And then of course for the red zone, where you're fighting extreme class enemies, they're going to be providing more defense, which probably is more useful. So I do think they could be pretty good. Obviously, we're going into the Goku event, so we're going to be fighting a superclass enemy. So they're going to be providing the attack support and then a little bit of defense. And basically, the whole team is extreme. So they are going to have the medium chance to guard. So we're on the 200% team as well with Cell, because obviously they're on Android/Cell Saga and they're an Android unit. So they're getting the 200% leader skill. So because we're on full health, or basically full health, they've got 179k defense. Okay, we actually literally are on full health. So 179k defense. Now remember, they are going to greatly raise when they super attack. So they are going to go to over 250k defense when they super attack, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this. The only links we have active with Jiro and 19 is Android Assault and Fierce Battle. So obviously not the best turn for them, but they are getting 40% support from 19 and Jiro's passive. So obviously this early on we're going to take double-digit damage. Alright, 2 million attack stat. Obviously nothing too crazy. That is bearing in mind, of course, because there's a super type enemy, they are giving attack support, which obviously they get themselves as well. So they actually are getting, what, like 74% support to attack on this turn, which does make that 2 million obviously seem a lot lower. So they definitely seem like they're more defensive based versus the Vegeta, who was a bit more offensive based. But of course, their guard is a 30% chance to guard. And I'm already not a fan of units that only have like a 50% chance to guard. So I can see that being a thing that could come into play at the most inopportune time, right? When they're going to get hit with a whole bunch of attacks and they just don't guard. That is obviously a situation that is potentially going to come up. And then against an extreme enemy, with a superclass, if you only have them with superclass allies on the rotation, they only have the chance to be effective against all types. So they actually don't even have the possibility of guarding. So this unit is very interesting in terms of what teams you're going to use them on, because you have to really think about what event you're going into, so like what enemy typing, super or extreme, and then of course how do you want to build the team in order to get all their abilities, because obviously we're still waiting on his EZA, and whilst he's not on the 200% leader skill for this new Cell, the physical MVP 17 from the Tournament of Power is obviously a super class unit, but he's an android and he provides really good defensive support to allies. So we could obviously have a turn where we have these guys with an extreme unit and then that MVP 17 in like slot 3, and then they would have a super and an extreme unit on rotation. So now you can see we have got 5 links with the LR androids. That's obviously much better, and some of their links are very good defensive links as well. So this is what I'm saying, I really want these guys to easy A during this celebration, because then not only would they make these guys better, but they'll be like a must run on that 200% team. Because we're getting links, I think Android Assault is, yeah, defense 16% at level 6. And then, what was the other one that we're getting active here? Solid Support. I don't think Solid Support is defense. And Soul versus, good old Soul versus Soul. So Solid Support is attack and then enemies minus defense. And Soul versus Soul is a little bit of attack and defense as well as key. So much better rotation for them. They're at 185k defense. So again, they are getting like well over 250k after they super attack. Let's go ahead and do this. And then obviously remember the physical LR androids are also an android support unit. So they are getting a lot of support on this rotation. As you can see, the guard did not go off. So if they were to get super attacked by this Goku, then obviously they would take quite a lot of damage. And then 2.4 million on the attack. I quite like their super attack animation. It's nothing like overly fancy, but obviously it is a like Dokkan original, so I do quite like that. 5.2 for the LR androids, considering they're not easy aid and they're pretty old, is actually not that bad. Their defense is obviously what lets them down, but they do have that built-in dodge chance as well. Like seriously, if they easy aid during this celebration, they are going to be actually busted. Like on this Cell 200% leader skill team, they are going to be so good. So I think we had one of the cells floated off, didn't we? So we're going to get a second form cell and a perfect cell transformation on this turn, I think. Yeah, we got all the cells. Look at that back to back. I love that. So we absorb 17, boom, then we absorb 18. Obviously it's the 2 separate units, but it's pretty funny seeing that back to back. And obviously having these cells out of order like this, it means we could, if we wanted to, do the rotation like this. Although, they actually do have different links. That's interesting. Okay. Well, they share different links to the second form cell. That's not what I was expecting. I guess we'll keep you around then for now. So let's do this. And then I need to make sure I can get, 3 rolls for you. So we will do this. So, I mean, the 16 and 18... One of the things I thought about them when I first saw their kit and everything, and then immediately saw people like saying that they were bad, is it kind of is a shame because people complain when units come out and their design is really boring. Like when Jiren and like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came out and they just do like, a big amount of attack and defense, and then there's like a, little extra gimmick here and there or whatever, but not really all that much. Actually, let's go ahead and transform into, or exchange into 16. I'm pretty sure the links that we share change slightly. Yeah, see, now we get Tough as Nails, which is another defensive link. So Tough as Nails at level 5 is another 17.5% defense. So now they're at 186k, which isn't as high, that's like around the same amount we have seen them already. But this 18 doesn't give as much support as like Jiro. And obviously now that 16 we've exchanged into 16, he doesn't give the android allies support. So do you get any extra links from you? You actually do. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So we'll do this. Remember, of course, we weren't on like full HP, so that is going to affect their stats as well, which is kind of annoying, like because obviously you can heal, but the effect is already in play. So in difficult content, these units that get a lot of their stats based on your HP restriction, it's super annoying if you get tagged with a super at the end of like the previous turn, and then you go into this next turn and you've got, you're missing half your health. So yeah, so you're only getting a 2 million attack stat despite the fact they've got all those extra links active. So that HP really does make a big difference, because like I say, it's a 100% boost based on your health. So if you're at 50% HP, they're only getting 50% extra attack and defense. So that definitely can make a pretty considerable difference. So yeah, I don't know what to think about this 16 and 18. Like, I really wanted them to be good, because obviously I love the Android team. I'm really glad I pulled a copy of Cell so I can actually run like crazy 200% combos. I'm going to do a lot of videos about these new 200% team setups over the next few days. But I really wanted these guys to be good, just to see, like, you know, so that they could maybe have a space on the team. But I don't think they really do, to be honest. I mean, like I say, I do have a dupe in mind, which I haven't fed in yet. So I'm not even sure the best way to go about duping them. Because the main question is, for any unit, is what are you using them for? And these guys, they're never going to be a crazy damage dealer. And they're never going to be a crazy tank. Even if their like guard activates, then obviously they'll defend much better. But their raw defense is never going to be like insanely high. Post super attack, we could be looking at like with support, rainbow, stuff like, you know, they could be hitting like 300, 350k. But that's not enough to tank super attacks in like the hardest content. So you're not going to be bringing them with the role of, they are here to be a tank kind of thing, right? And this turn we definitely need to heal up here, because we've got the good old Azaru. So that makes up for some of the loss in our HP though. So we're now looking at 260k. So we're going to be well over 300k after they've super attacked. But definitely risky against the Azaru, considering how much damage he does. This would be obviously the perfect turn for them to actually have their guard activate, because, you know, against one of the more irritating STR enemies, it would be quite nice to actually guard. Because, yeah, 1.8 million now because of our... the level of HP we were at the start of the turn, and the fact that we have no support. Not great. Oh, we got the guard. Let's go. So they took double-digit damage from the normal attack. Obviously, we had the item active. I'm pretty sure they would have taken double-digit damage anyway, because obviously post-super attack, having that 50% defense raise on super is really, really good. So that's fine. But, like, yeah, it's the turns where the guard doesn't activate that it's going to be awkward. So let's go ahead and let's sell. I say finish off this guy. Is he going to finish him off? Probably not. I think between us we will, though, because obviously remember, second form Cell's giving like 40% support. Android 18's giving, is it 36? So yeah, this Cell obviously looking pretty good here. Can we get the additional as well? Nice. Yeah, 55% Cell doesn't mess around. Oh yeah, we get the crit as well. Damn. Yeah, perfect Cell. Having that built-in dodge and crit chance means that even at 55% is actually pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and do this and see what our guys are looking like. Now we've actually got type advantage, so we should be faring a little bit better here. We're also going to get the Dokkan attack. We're on full health, so we've got 184k without the effect of an item or anything. So not bad, but just not anything too crazy is unfortunately what I would say about these guys. They did not get their guard activate again. I think we only saw it once in this entire run, so it is what it is. It's a shame, because I like the idea of having like a 16 and 18 together card. I thought it was quite cool when I saw that it was revealed that that's what the side banner unit for Cell was, but I just think maybe that it is a little bit of a miss. I don't know if I like the Vegeta more, because at least these guys do support. So, like I said, talking about what you would use them for, they're probably just going to be a third slot floating support unit if you do decide to use them. Yeah, 37k, I guess that's not awful, but... Whereas, obviously, Vegeta, he's like a damage dealing unit, but he's not, like, crazy good. So on a lot of his teams, I think there's a lot of better options for damage dealers than him. So I'm really not too sure, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of 16 and 18. Hopefully we get an easy A for the LR androids, and then, I mean, even who cares about how that affects 16 or 18? That's just going to be awesome for this team in general. So very much looking forward to that. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.